Massive twist shakes everything. Star player caught in backstage drama. Shocking everyone. Club board divided after last night's disaster. Inside sources reveal tensions rising fast. A new signing could be announced sooner than expected. And a controversial decision is set to change the team's future. No matter the result of the game today, there will be a video here on the channel tomorrow at the same time to talk about everything. Take it easy with the drinks, all right? Let's start this video now. Don't forget to leave a like. Right, strap in for this one, because what Russell Martin just said has raised more than a few eyebrows, and let's be honest, probably raised your blood pressure too. On the very day Rangers host Panathinaikos in the Champions League qualifiers, Martin's gone and done it. He's claimed publicly that this tie won't define our season. A European night at Ibrox, a gateway to tens of millions of pounds in Champions League cash, the chance to flex our European pedigree and raise the club's stature. And he says it's no be-all and end-all. Now, look, I get the tactic. The man might be trying to take the heat off the squad, especially with injuries piling up. Hamza Igamane, Gassama, all doubtful. Asgard, ruled out completely. He might be trying to deflect pressure to protect the dressing room ahead of a massive 90 minutes. But here's the thing, this isn't just another match. This is a season-defining. You know it, I know it, and even Ross McCormack, speaking on TalkSport this morning, nailed it. The Champions League money doesn't just plug gaps, it funds ambition. It lets you sign real quality, lift the squad, and close the gap on that lot across the city. And let's not forget the prestige, the pull in the transfer market. Players don't dream of Thursday nights in the Europa. They dream of the Champions League anthem ringing round Ibrox. We've been starved of that elite-level football for too long. You need those glamour nights, that spotlight. It's the kind of moment that builds a squad, lifts a fan base, and reminds Europe that Rangers are back where we belong. So maybe Martin was trying to be clever. Maybe he's playing a bit of psychological chess before the game. But here's the question I want you to answer. If the Rangers manager genuinely believes that Champions League qualification isn't vital to our season, should he even be managing Rangers in the first place? Right, let's get into this one, because it's the kind of transfer drama that boils the blood and stirs the passion. Owen Beck, the Liverpool left-back who impressed during his time at Dundee, was supposed to be heading back up the road. Rangers were pushing hard, and I mean really hard, for what was rumoured to be a £7 million move to bring the 22-year-old to Ibrox. A young, energetic fullback, one with experience both north and south of the border, and someone Russell Martin had clearly earmarked as a solution to our ongoing left-back dilemma. But now, just as things look to be heating up, the rug's been pulled from under us. Derby County, a championship side, looks set to sign him on loan. The lads even booked in for a medical this week. Beck's apparently keen to reunite with John Eustace, who managed him at Blackburn before jumping ship for Derby. And just like that, it seems another promising talent is staying down south. Now, let's no kid ourselves. £7 million is a decent chunk of cash. Liverpool reportedly wanted £10 million to sell him outright. Maybe that was just a bit rich for us, or maybe, and here's the kicker, maybe the boy didn't fancy the fight for a place at Ibrox. That's the part that sticks in the throat. You've got Yilmaz looking like he's halfway out the door. His squad number already handed to Max Aarons. Jeffy flashes potential, but he's still raw, still a gamble. So the left-back role is there, wide open, and yet Beck chooses Derby? Really? Russell Martin's clearly not convinced by what he's seen from the current options, and with a massive match against Panathinaikos, the timing of this news is far from ideal. A left-back solution feels more urgent than ever. Here's what I want you to think about. If a young lad like Owen Beck looks at Derby County and thinks, that's a better move than Ibrox, what does that say about how we're being perceived? Are we being aggressive enough in the market, or is there something deeper going on? Right, here we go again. Another transfer link, another gamble, and another player whose numbers scream squad depth rather than title-winning starter. Alieu Fadera, the 23-year-old Gambian winger, currently with Como, is reportedly close to clearing a medical ahead of a potential move to Ibrox. Dr. Rajpal Bra, who knows his stuff when it comes to fitness, reckons the lad won't have any trouble passing the medical. That's all fine and well, but let's be brutally honest here. Passing a medical's the bare minimum, no a badge of honor. Fadera's career numbers, they're bang average at best. 1 goal and 4 assists last season in 28 games. That's not exactly what you'd call setting the heather alight. Over his stints at Zulte Waregem, Genk, Poroni, and now Como, the pattern's the same. Flashes of promise, but never anything near consistent production. This is no Ryan Kent in his prime. This is no Haji dancing through defenses in Europe. This is a lad who's struggled to make a real dent, even in lower profile leagues. Now, I'm no saying the boy can't improve or that he's got something in the locker, but let's not sugarcoat it. If Rangers are serious about closing the gap on Celtic, if we're talking about reclaiming the league and storming back into Europe, then we can't afford to be spending time betting in projects. We need players who walk through the Ibrox doors, ready to play, ready to perform, and ready to win. And here's the kicker. The timing of this is critical. While Celtic are sniffing about players with pedigree, we're looking at someone who couldn't break into the starting 11 consistently at Como. That's not the ambition you deserve. That's not what Ibrox demands. If we sign Alieu Fadera, is that a sign of smart squad building? Or just another cheap shortcut that shows the board still lacks the ambition to put Celtic back in their box? Hamza Igamane, the Moroccan forward who came into his own last season with 16 goals across all competitions, is now reportedly the subject of a club record bid from Feyenoord. Yes, Feyenoord, they're no sniffing, they're serious. Their board's ready to splash the cash and back Robin van Persie to bring the 22-year-old to the Netherlands. We're talking potentially over £10 million, a staggering fee for a player we plucked from Arsfar just a year ago. Let's not beat around the bush. Igamane's been electric. He took time to adapt, sure, but once he found his feet, he became one of the first names on the team sheet. He's got the lot: pace, flair, an eye for goal, and a presence in the box that we've sorely lacked at times. That goal return in Europe alone makes him one of our biggest threats going into the new season. But here comes the dilemma. On one hand, Rangers are building towards a title push, and you need your top scorers firing. On the other, this is the exact kind of moment the board keeps banging on about, the so-called player trading model: buy low, develop, sell high. And if someone's waving around a £10 million check, you can bet your boots the suits at Ibrox are listening. Chris Boyd's already chimed in, warning that if you don't let players like Igamane move on when the big bids come in, you risk unrest. Spitting the dummy, as he put it. It's not just about cash, it's about control. And Feyenoord isn't the only club circling. Lille, AK Athens, and others are lurking. This could spiral quickly. But here's the real kicker. If Martin loses Igamane and Desires before September, what's left? What does that do to our firepower going into a make-or-break campaign? And don't come at me with hope and potential. Ibrox demands goals. Ibrox demands winners, Gavam, and letting go of your best striker. Just as the Champions League qualifiers kick off, that feels dangerously naive. Would selling Hamza Igamane now for £10 million prove we're running a smart, modern club, or just confirm that we've become a feeder team willing to sell our best talent the moment someone flashes a bit of money? If you haven't seen yesterday's video yet, you're missing out. Explosive news about Rangers that'll leave every fan stunned. Go check it out now.